I think his itemization is pretty easy, going for that pipe, mech, Greaves, whatever, right? Just kind of blocking a lot of this early damage and potentially winning a lot of fights on top of that heal that you did bring up earlier, Winter. We'll see how things get going now as we get underway with game number 1 between Aurora and MANTA Esports for the road to the international SCA qualifiers, Winter, in the upper bracket here. Would be a big victory, really, for MANTA if they could kind of upset and take down the probably one of the favorites. I think for most people, the favorite team to qualify up from C.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a quick D ward for them just to prove their point. So they'll come
They
out better
should
here from the
know
early trades.
There's a ward there. I wonder if Aurora is gonna de-ward their own ward here. Okay, never mind. They're gonna leave it for now. I guess one thing to use the vision there to secure the runes. Like you see a lot of like teams, having very interesting level 1 rune ops placements to just secure the runes.
Yeah, speaking of obs placement, you have both teams ending up with an observer ward watching the bottom Radiance bounty rune area. So that might come into play for the rotations eventually. For the minute 0 bounty runes, of course, no one will be making any aggressive moves after the D ward. We'll go even at 2 apiece to kick things off. Now, Winter, we always like to focus on our fun lane. Is there a fun lane here? Isn't the Dark Seer lane always the fun lane?
The Gyro Phoenix lane can be fun. I think we might see some kills happening as well on this lane. He actually didn't go for Dying Light on the Phoenix. Only went for the hotspot. So I guess he just wants to prioritize saving into the arena. And usually I see people go Dying Light for the better laning phase. It's stronger in the lane. You dive in, you deal the mini radiance damage, You get closer up to them with the fire spirits. I think both the side lanes are...
I still like the hotspot as well. I think it's the better choice, especially when you have this kind of a lane, is particularly into the Willow. I don't know. I think if you really wanted to, I mean, I guess the Witch Doctor is going to be banned constantly, but who knows? We'll see how things go here. Wondering how Kui is going to be able to lane this now into the Ember Spirit. Again, we were kind of talking about this matchup, how he does into his brother. You do have this innate Flame Guard now. Of course, it is a bit weaker without putting more points into it. Lornoff doesn't have to get so close with these remnants with the static slide facet either.
Yeah, that is actually so nice for Storm Spirit nowadays in the lane when you're playing into a melee hero matchup. You just get to bully them a lot more. I think it should be still fine, for the Ember to get its levels and just make sure that I say he's fine. He's getting really low. He has to use all his bottle. I mean, he has to use his bottle and he got interrupted by the right click there. So that is no bueno. No good.
Let's see if Lornoff can really bully him away from these minute 2 runes. And it looks pretty easy, especially with that Observer Ward online here for Lornoff. But I don't think he's going to be able to completely stop him. So, all right, it's okay for now. Kui will survive. He's not going to go down this easily, but he is going to be bullied away from that first creep wave, from this next creep wave, I should say, where they had to be going relatively even so far. Lornoff now with a bit of a bubbling lead. Let's check in on this potentially fun lane, Winter. What's potentially fun about a Phoenix Gyrocopter?
I guess it's more fun for the Mars and Dark Willow. You can spear the target into a couple of brambles if you do it right. The Gyro, probably. But at the same time, the Gyro can do this too. Rocket Barrage, he has the afterburner, so he's really fast whenever he does damage on heroes. I think level 3 should be the power spike for the Mars and the Dark Willow. Below is still level 2. I think once you get the second point in the Bramble, that's when you can maybe try to make a play.
Yeah, and Eris making, small plays that end up mattering. He's blocked the hard camp. It looks like the small camp as well was blocked for
CM.
A while.
Tossed.
Oh, yeah, there they go. There's that level 2 spike we were talking about, and I was about to try and jump over to this lane, but First Blood is a good opportunity to see Grimm's fall to Jabs, who's already starting to cut waves, Winter.
Yep, Darkseer things, drag the wave into the camps. You have a lot of braces right now because how the hero works. Everybody just buys like 2 to 3 braces. I guess 2 is probably the one that he's gonna go for, and then you can just get your mana item and proceed to your core items, which is going to be, which I assume, you know, the pipe and Mac built this game.
Look at Q. He's going to get a toss. Founds the Sven. Probably much easier kill onto the Maiden, but they're going to try all the same. As even the Blood Grenade gets tossed to keep Aurora at bay. Just see how fast that entire creep wave melted there. Grims does not want to become victim of another toss back here. Things are looking dicey down there.
I mean, they're out of mana, Richie, so he's going to be okay for now until the Mangoes and Clarities arrive.
I mean, you say that. Yeah, that's true. 125 mana for the toss here for Q. You can see them just starting to walk down the waves.
CM can't do much in this type of setup. And enemy script skipping. You don't really have the luxury to run up and just force them, you know, to trade against you, because you can just die when they have mana. And you're kind of just having to sit next to your carry because you need the Sven to protect you with the stun, so you can't really make an aggressive play. I think this is a lane where he should look to probably leave whenever he feels like the Sven is going to be able to jungle, and probably try to look to pressure the gyro on top. I think that's what he's going to do now. He's going to go through the gate, nighttime. Mars is level 4. He needs the Dark Willow back in the lane. They're going to make a play here soon.
Willow's still level 2, by the way. They still have a spear to play with, level 2 spear. They're going to maybe look to turn now.
Oh, he missed the
brambles, though. That's not how you want things to go. 23 trying to fight through this one with the afterburner. Oh my goodness, he's going to get at least a kill here. Fire Spirit and Blood Grenade thrown here, connecting onto the Willow, but she's going to be able to still walk away from this engagement. But that is not really how you wanted things to play out.
Yeah, that is really, really bad, you know, bringing in so many heroes. And you miss your spell. CM TP's back bottom.
He's gonna TP back bottom. They do have an Ion Shell applied here. Double Ion Shell. Grims, or Gohan, sorry, needs to get out of here. Will do so just fine, as they'll defend at least from the first wagon wave. But this is a troubling start right now for Manta.
6-minute rune. If Aurora gets the rune, this is gonna add into more problems, you know, for Manta right now. Oh no. Sure, rune for Lorna.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he's got so much time and space. I mean, they just know Grims is not going to be able to contest either. There's another toss back onto the Sven. The vacuum back. They've caught him now, just trying to get away with the war cry, but the Iron Shell tickling him down. Grims at least able to delay. Maybe. Okay, the Sven's still going to end up dropping here.
Oh, no. They don't even get the kill on Tiny.
No, they tried. Q is safe and sound, gets out of the Nova range. Jab's going to cut yet another wave. And like we were talking about, because the Maiden had no TP, couldn't really rotate mid, Lornoff easily gets his hands on that first power rune. It's a shield rune. He's got these first 5 galvanized charges as well. Winter, this is a snowball that's already rolling for the side of Aurora.
Yep, if Manta doesn't do anything to stop it, it's going to be looking really bad in the next couple of minutes. Your Sven is going to have very little room to play on the map. It's going to be up to the Ember, CM, and Dark Willow, the trio, you know. But Dark Willow, he's only level 3.5 right now after picking up that Wisdom Rune. It's behind for sure.
2 before.
Lorna finds the stack. Okay, this is bad. Really, really bad. There goes your recover mechanism for the Ember.
He's up to level 6. Seems to be wanting to go into the Mage Slayer, which is a pretty common build here for the Ember Spirit. No longer as strong as it used to be. There's a big reason why this item fell off. And that's because they really nerfed the
If you don't buy Shroud, you get Mage Slayer. That's what people do nowadays. Those are
strong item in theory on the Ember Spirit, but it's just not that strong of an item in general, I think, right now. I mean, I could be wrong. Who knows? Maybe it'll be the item of the tournament.
It's still pretty decent against their heroes.
Here.
Phoenix, Tiny, Stormwall do a bunch of magic damage. So placing the debuff on them are going to be very, very useful in the team fights.
That's a good point.
And 8-minute rune. We see Grims and Ares here. Ares is going to pick up the Arcane Rune.
Might cost him his own life. He's going to jump on over with the Flame Remnant. They've got Grims here as well, doing lots of damage to Lornoff, who's still going to leap up to the high ground here. Ollie TPing out, however. Lornoff, he's going to be just fine. Had a big old wand here ready to use. Oh, they catch him again with the Searing Chains. The bite not in range here. We all know Crystal Maiden, you know, these wolves don't move like they used to. Oh, and they tried down bottom here, even dropping that wall of replica. just failing to get the kill onto Gohan's here. As you can see, his own illusion trying to chase him
I
down.
mean, he's still getting pushed out of the lane, you know. This is still good for Aurora. They're gonna try to open up the bottom area, kill the tower. And once they push down this tower, it's gonna be very easy to invade Sven's jungling patterns right now, wherever he's jungling right now here.
Look at Q.
Q.
Look at Q.
Oh
He's
my
trying to
God.
find him.
That was so close.
Just a couple seconds too
He
late.
read him. He knew he was gonna clear that camp before he returned to base. That's exactly what most people would do.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Read
under
him like a
attack.
book. Just a little bit slow, you know, a little bit late on the timing there.
Tower is under attack.
Still gonna see him.
Yeah, he's going to be able to cause a bit of harass. Q. Oh, there's a TP coming here as the Ember Spirit looking to get involved. Unlucky there. The stun from the Centaur Conqueror. And you're going to lose vision. Q gets the the Watcher on the way out. He does have jabs joining with a full mech. They could turn here, but against 3 heroes, Winter, this is starting to look a little bit unlikely. Jabs needs to get in range for the mech. Will be able to do so now as he has got his Ion Shell running. Out comes the mech heal for Q. He's now safe and sound as Kui is going to be forced to turn away. Jabs was so unbothered there. He even uses the trusty shovel, and they're still looking to bully this Ven.
This mech timing is just too much for them to handle. The support's already low level, you know, on the MANTA Esports side. Level 3 team on the Dark Row, 10 minutes in. This is not a hero you want to be behind with, you know.
And look, the Ember is unable to contest here for the 10-minute runes because of kind of the tomfoolery down bottom. So it's going to be a regen rune in the bottle for Lorinoff. They've denied away 1 rune. Was it the Invis rune, Winter? It was the Arcane rune, which is a powerful one to keep away from the Storm Spirit. But this regen, if he can finish farming up this Orchid with it, that'd be quite a nice timing here alongside that mech.
Yeah, if you kill the Ember Spirit, I think the game is just going to be too hard for them to come back, you know. I mean, with this Orchid timing. So MANTA, they have to do something quick. You know, they have to try to make something happen. I think ideally with the arena, you try to go to the Mars lane.
Moves coming their way, though. In goes Q, surged up. They don't quite catch the stun onto the Ember Spirit, so he's safely away. Grimm's not as lucky. Does pop the wand charges, letting go with the freezing field. Pretty good damage before he's canceled by the vacuum. Eventually will drop as Q caught by the arena onto 2. They finally get the kill there as Jab's caught by a root here. Has already popped the mechanism, and they're going to catch him with the Curse Crown stun. Can they even kill him, though? He's so tanky. Finally, he goes down. 23 Savage joining the fight with that Afterburner. Will be able to chase down for the Mars as Lorinoff, with this regen rune still running, takes down the Willow. A 3-for-2 trade. A fairly decent fight, all things considering, for MANTA Winter, but they will still come off worse.
Yeah, that's what the runes will do for you, you know. And 23 getting rooted up, but a little bit too tanky right now. Not enough heroes here for MANTA to set up anything. But Aurora definitely bringing the numbers there, like even the Gyro camp coming in to just make sure that his team can actually take the fight with the Storm.
Yeah. Crucially, we didn't have a Phoenix in that fight. He was top lane securing, I believe, his level 6, so Ollie didn't have much to offer. But now he does have the Supernova.
He's going to have the egg now on the arena, so they're going to need to figure out how to start the fights. I think if you don't get the Phoenix, it's going to be hard for you to just drop a good arena. I think you need to be able to initiate, catch the Phoenix, together with the Bedlam combo, and make sure you kill him before he gets the egg off. If you can actually do that, maybe you have a chance in a team fight if you're MANTA.
So Lorinoff will get his 3rd power into the game at the 12-minute mark. It is this amplified damage. And Aurora, they're going to try to make something of it now with this freshly completed Orchid. I don't know how successful this should be. I believe they did smoke underneath this ward that Grimm's put down above this tier 1 tower. So that's why MANTA are holding such a strong position right now. And they even chopped, well, I guess that's from the arena, isn't it? But all the trees chopped down as well, make this a very difficult invade from Aurora, despite their net worth lead. They might still try. I mean, they still are very strong here, honestly.
Yeah, with the Greaves and the egg this time, they should be able to bulldoze it if they find a good initiation, like on the backliners. The Dark Blue's not level 6 yet. He needs like a couple of creeps.
Yeah, maybe these range creeps
Give
will do it.
the man
get in range.
His range creep.
There it is, level 6 ready to go. Bedlam, and of course the Terrorize ready to use. So Aurora, their smoke is not going to find anything. They'll get back to continuing to apply pressure and farming a lot more of the map than Manta are able to find. However, Manta on their smoke might try and, pardon me, connect. They know where 23's farming, but he's maybe just a bridge too far for them.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
she's
attack.
also moving towards the other side already. He's gonna clear this couple of camps. He's probably gonna move to the ancients. Okay, never mind. Laura is actually taking the ancients, so never mind.
He is pretty strong. He stacked them. He's going to farm on Winter with his amplified damage runes.
I mean, the Storm Spirit farming ancients, you know, not the not the fastest, I would say.
Now Kui is going to get his first rune. It's the Illusion at 14 minutes. So it's kind of a nice one to have. What are you
Yeah,
dispelling
against
this guy?
the
I guess you could
Orchid.
dispel the Orchid. That's pretty big.
Yeah. Ollie. He's gonna run into a CM. Well, they're
Yep,
even
that
gonna
he is.
terrorize for that. It's a lot of spells being used.
Couldn't really get away from that one, to be honest. HP cost of 15%. On the Icarus dive, of course, you can't die to your own spell damage, but really just no way out there. So Manta getting something as they start to push their positioning advantage. They've got pretty good wards down here. Has Grimm's managed to at least plant? So just trying to recover this game and stabilize, and we have at least, paused around this 6 to 5k net worth lead for Aurora, but Winter, they still seem pretty comfortable with this kind of a game right now.
Yeah, just wait till the pipe comes online, you know. When Darkseid gets the pipe, you're gonna see the lack of damage from Manta. But right now, I think they are still looking in a pretty decent position if they can get a good jump with the arena onto the Phoenix or onto the Storm. They have enough damage to kill the hero.
All right. Well, that pipe will come after probably this Mars Blink, which is about 1,000 gold away. Mid lane, though, Q gets an Avatos onto Kui, who has the Illusion Rune, which he's going to use now, actually.
Okay, so no more protection against the Orchid.
No, I think it was going to time out. It might have timed out by itself. They only last, 90 seconds in the bottle these days, right? Probably just timed out, auto-activated.
Dyer's top
Yeah, just imagine if a hero has a innate that allows the runes to stay in his bottle for a longer time.
Ooh, Alchemist might be able to do that, He can just bottle up the runes. That kind of makes
Ares.
sense for me. Zip into the trees as Q has his own Blink Dagger even before the Mars does. Gives him the vision there for Lorenoff to find the kill. This tier 1 tower likely to fall now, Winter, in the mid lane, as Aurora really starting to push their advantage just this much more.
Radiant's middle tower has
Would that be too OP if the hero can actually have runes?
He's going to get caught. Wow, that was...
That
Yeah,
was a
he
CM,
got
you know,
stepped
just
on.
a freebie CM, on a ward. Yeah, but as I was saying, would it be too OP if you can actually have the runes in your bottle for a longer time?
If you could let the runes percolate. Maybe. Could you imagine just, you get a little DD rune, just keep that in your back pocket for a rainy day in the late game scenario,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be there like forever,
I think it should be there forever.
Dire are scanning.
Or maybe like they go bad,
Just wait
maybe.
until the next rune, right? You keep the DD in your pocket. Oh, there's a haste again.
Yeah, I mean,
DD.
actually, that sounds pretty bad because then you can get 2 runes at once. Yeah, you got a point. Well, what I was gonna say, Winter, is like every 2 minutes they they kind of expire. You distill them into another rune. At first, they start off as like a DD rune, and then it turns into shield. They get weaker and
Kibizu.
weaker. Lorenoff here. Lorenoff,
Arena.
the blink. Oh, the blink reveal for the Mars could
Right,
have been a
that
big
was,
opportunity.
That was some quick fingers there by Lorena.
Nice reaction time for him.
There goes
As
your
he-
timing with the dagger, because the Darkseid is gonna have his pipe. Storm is gonna have BKB in
Mhm.
2 minutes or so.
Yeah, pretty much for Lorenoff. I think that's about all he needs with his
I feel
GPM.
like the game is just gonna be too difficult once they have the pipe and the BKB on the Storm. Like once Aurora gets these 2 items, they're gonna be free to just run at the Manta lineup, without fearing like anyone will die. I mean, at that point, the only thing that can kill them is the Sven with God Strength. But
Okay,
he doesn't have
he's
BKB.
getting farmed, isn't he? He's
I
got
think he
his
has no
mask command,
BKB,
he has S&Y. He
he's
does
not
not
gonna
have a
be able-
BKB. That's
He's not going to
true.
be able to run into the fights and do damage without a BKB. And if you look at the vision of Aurora, I think they have very, very good vision around the middle area, the mid
Yeah.
section. 3 wards down, 1 ward top, so they see exactly when the Sven is entering the Ancients area to farm.
That is really fantastic vision. just out of range of all the dewarding that this Maiden has been trying to
I mean,
do.
they basically see it everywhere because they have one ward on the top lane.
Uh-oh,
and one on the
Grims.
bot lane.
Oh, Grims. Oh, okay. He's at least going to get the D-ward from the low ground. Very well played. Did not lose his life here to the tiny
Every
Phoenix.
time a CM killing a ward against a Storm Spirit on the enemy team makes you nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly. So it's a little tense. Nails on chalkboard moment for fellow support players.
Yeah, it
But-
kind of sucks, you know, to be CM in this type of game. CM is a little bit like Disruptor. It's not fun playing the game from behind. You want to be running at the opponents all the time with this type of heroes.
That's true. I think a Maiden, when her team is up, 5 or 10k at this point, is a lot scary when compared to a Maiden who's down, 8 to 3 with a 9k
By the
network
way,
lead.
Pipe is online, so
Yeah.
Jabs is literally unkillable, I think, right now.
Okay, but we are smoking as well from Manta Esports.
Are scanning.
They
guess
need the
it's just-
gyro. They need to kill the
Looking for
gyro.
something. Oh no. Oh, but they're going to lose the Ember. That's not the trade that they wanted. Instead, Aurora Smoke will pan out first. They just get a free pickoff.
Okay. Where is this smoke going? They're gonna gate and try to fight top? What's going on?
No, it's too. You can't go through the gate like that. It's too scary, Winter.
Are they
Not when you've
anticipating
just
that
lost
Aurora
your
is gonna
Ember like
gate?
that.
Yeah, I think they are probably waiting for the enemy to gate. I think that's what they're trying to do here.
Yeah, or they're waiting for Aurora to show. Either way, they don't want to be caught on the wrong side of the gate here. Here we go. The
Amplified
runes have
damage.
reset. We're back at an amplified damage rune into the bottle for Lauren off. So the pain train, I think, right now has no brakes for Manta. As this BKB, amplified damage, and Orchid Storm Spirit are battling basically into an Ember who really only has a Mage Slayer. And to be fair, almost this Maelstrom.
Can't believe he's actually building Maelstrom. So he has no way of removing the silence, like no yields, nothing. He's gonna be
And no
completely reliant
dispels
on
for
his
his team.
Yeah, he's gonna be completely reliant on his team to protect him.
They have to make the counter initiation work, don't they?
Radiant's top
Sven's
tower
closing in on a BKB eventually. It's about another 1,500 off at this point. And then you're just going to have to make this Mars Blink arena work. It's the only way. What do you do against this pipe? What do you do against the Supernova? What do you do against a flat cannon? Look, I don't know. These are all very valid questions, but I think Manta just kind of have to stop throwing
There's
the face
one
the
more
music.
question, Richie. What do you do against the Crimson? Darkseid's
No
gonna
way,
have
he's going Crimson?
Yeah,
Wow. I love Crimson Guard, personally.
it's gonna
Made him almost died to
mean that
Tormentor,
the
by the
Sven
way.
is
Oh, they
going
can't.
to-
They can't take it. They can't take Tormentor here. Certainly Mars can do it. No, they can't. Can't be done.
Yeah, they
Unlucky.
needed more people. They needed like another hero there.
Radiant's bottom tower
What
Oh,
do you
boy.
do against a Crimson Guard? Well, that doesn't feel so good,
Nullifier.
does it?
Nullify Richie.
Yeah. After the dataless, overwhelming blink, BKB Sven, right?
That's the Sven doesn't.
Oh, Hugs, get us out of this game. We're in trouble. You're our only hope. I don't know, brother. It's looking tough right now. And Aurora are playing it very clean, we have to say. Now, stopping 4 Roche, 22 minutes in, 23 Savage now with the Aegis to back him up. We might see a high ground push here relatively quickly, especially as Eris is going to be under vision and know pretty much where he is. They're just going to let Q go first. Haven't quite caught him there with the Avalanche, chasing him down. And just kind of removing his last infused raindrop charge, but otherwise unable to find the kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Man, so they've got to find one good fight.
I mean,
One good fight,
is
Winter.
This is probably gonna be a high ground push very soon. Gyro has BKB done. I mean, they need one good fight on Manta, but they need to be able to burst the hero. They have to go through the Samurai. They have to go through
Oh,
the Mag
Lorna.
Engage.
he scans the mid. He's not going to rush into that one. Right now, though, it's instead going to be action down bottom where they have caught Q here potentially. That's going to be a nice out-of-position Tiny, but there's a Supernova now to keep him safe, and Q is so tanky. Arena of Blood is going to be set up, but Q inside, continue to fight, and Lorna zips to the other side. Q's alive. 23 Savage puts down Kui. As it's a 2 for none, they're onto the high ground here already. 23 Savage still has Aegis, still has BKB. I think he's got so much damage here with this Ags and Crystallis build. The Fortify is going to be forced out. But Aurora, they back up their man. They show that Q is the original and Kui
He's just an imposter.
Yeah, I mean, Meg and Pipe, nobody dies. Basically, in the Sun Ray.
Yeah, and here's the Sunray for the sustain. Now, you won't get another Fortify until you lose your first melee racks, which is now. Don't believe they're going to use it here for the range racks. Those seem quite doomed. Manta, they're just going to have to wait. At the very least, their buyback. Sorry, their death timers aren't too long, but of course, yeah. And now you're down a bot lane of Barracks, 23 minutes in. And the net worth lead really starting to feel painful. 14K. Sorry, 17K, my goodness. 24 minutes in.
Okay, this has to work. They're trying to wrap around with the Sven. BKB,
Yeah, the Storm's
strength.
not here. He's taking a rune in the mid lane as Q gets a toss out there. That's actually under the Hellbear Smasher. The Sunray heal from Ollie's pretty good. As in goes Kimizu, just jumping on in, but he's not just doing enough damage. And now the BKB extra 23-7. He's just running them down. He's running them down for once. He's just dead. 23-7 with the triple kill.
Radiant's
And that might just be it. Q gets the toss in place. That's enough damage for him to take down the Willow. Tier 2 tower will drop. Shield rune active for Lorenoff. BKB still ready to go. And, well, Winter, you still have 2 minutes on this Aegis. I think that's just about all you had here for game number 1 if you're Manta.
Yeah, I mean, they had to try something. They just didn't have enough in the tank. Not enough damage at this point. Just can't go through the mech, the pipe, the Sunray. Just way too much sustain, from the side of Aurora. And they even have the solar crest on Phoenix.
Now there's going to be a Crimson Guard up for Jabs as well. It's just too much. I mean, even Q is not an easy target to kill, right, at this point. Level 2 grow.
No. With the armor and everything.
Mm-hmm. Craggy, right, as well, being just very annoying. We'll see here, as that's going to be the mid lane of Barracks down. Manta not calling this one yet. Kimizu's done the next best thing, pardon me, and that's going to be push top all the way to the tier 2 tower to at least give themselves the maximum amount of time. But now, Winter, we're at the point of the game where Q has a BKB, and the Mars is still attempting to finish his, which he has now. So they're just about even in terms of net worth. Basically an extra core right now.
I don't know how much it's going to do, this BKB. I mean, at this point, they need to get some amazing shot. I mean, not shot, but spear into arena play with the Dark Widow, Fear, Terrorize. And even then, if you think about it, if they land their spells perfectly onto the Gyro, because Gyro is the only one that's going to be on the front line, realistically, hitting a tower, so he's the only target. Can you get through the Pipe, Crimson, Solar Crest, and everything else back on the Gyro?
Yeah. I look, honestly, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe
you know what they have to maybe try to smoke and try to surprise attack.
Yep.
Get the Phoenix,
maybe catch
go
the
through
Phoenix.
the back line. Yeah.
I think a Phoenix is a very easy kill. Maybe Jabs will question whether or not Ollie deserves to be pipe mech'd and Crimson Guarded.
Do I deserve
play.
that pipe and mech? When I'm in your game, please tell me. I know you like your darts here,
That's true, I do. He's one of the best. He's one of the most fun aura carriers. Other than that, it's like Underlord, but the hero just doesn't feel all that amazing right now, especially if you don't win your lane.
He is good right now, Richie. What are you talking about? Underlord is strong now.
I know,
try.
but it's just a bit of a... Oh, hold on. There you go. This could be the jump. They have found themselves a couple of heroes here, but look at the heals. Look at the sustain. They're not doing enough damage. Even though the control is excellent, they will get through Lord up the very least. May they lose the Ember Spirit. He's going to leap forward. No. He gets the kill onto Ollie, in fact. That's Manta. They find the perfect backstab Q. His BKB now wearing off, thinking about heading in to try and find more heroes will be forced back. It's only the Ember for 2. That is a phenomenal trade at this stage of the game, but is there still an... Oh, okay, Q has gone hunting.
Yep, and you have a Gyro on your high ground.
Yeah, and this is your last lane of Barracks. I mean, you've got to defend. You got to throw everything you have at it. But you don't have a BKB on your Sven. You don't have a God Strength for 50 seconds. And 23, yeah, you avoided him in that last jump, but that means he still has his BKB ready to go. Jabs is ready to go as well with his own Crimson Guard. His Q, he wants to go fishing. He's got toss at the ready. Look at that attack range. My goodness. What a big tree he has there. And that is Megas.
At this point, you can toss the Gyro into the enemy and still wouldn't die.
Look at this. Solar Crest immediately ready to go.
Go on, Q. Toss him. Toss the gyro into the enemy.
Honestly, I don't know if they had vision of them. I think they're thinking about it, but no, they don't want to throw this game. And why not? When Lauren up can just make the jump in, immediately gets through air with the BKB active. They got control on him more. The vacuum on Tattoo with the Supernova dropped. Grims at the very least is going to be able to provide the damage for Q, who's speared back to die. That's 750 gold as Lauren gets off a channel of the Meteor Hammer. But Winter, I think this one, yeah, it's all over here. What a dominating game one out from Aurora Esports to kick off their first game for the road to the international qualifiers. Well played.
Well played indeed. I mean, it all started with how they